good. Hopefully everyone's having a good night. We will be jumping right into things here in this matchup between Weekend Warriors and Glide. Glide decided they wanted to play on Villa, and surprisingly, Weekend Warriors opted in for attack. Interesting. A lot of teams, would rather get those round wins on the board on attack, especially on on defenses, especially on Villa, very defender-sided. But instead, Weekend Warriors decided for attack. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. As realistically, if they don't come out of this half on top, then it'll be a little bit awkward. However, the ban's looking decently standard. For Thermite ban it makes sense, Thermite just makes it easy to open up the main walls. But the interesting one there is the Maverick ban. You don't usually see Maverick banned on Villa. He's not terribly useful on this map, but there's not really anything he can Maverick trick too easily that it wouldn't be better to just play vertically with a Thermite or Habana. So that's an interesting ban. Mirror, though, back to a Mirror ban, very standard. She is just good on all the sites here. And Mirror is just one extra thing you have to get rid of as an attacker before you start trying to plan on a commitment onto site. So, makes a lot of sense. Echo getting banned is pretty much the same thing as Mirror, as Echo drones are just that one extra thing that you have to try and deal with before you can start trying to go for a plant. So, just easy to get them out of the way nice and quickly, as we will be seeing an Aviator and Games Room defense first here from Glide. It'll be interesting to see whether or not they can win this round securely. No 6-pick coming out from either side here, so both teams will know exactly what the other team has. Defender lineup is pretty standard here, nothing too out of the ordinary. The only thing that's a little bit off is the opt for a mute over a smoke, but a lot of teams do play them pretty interchangeably, so it's not too out there. But apart from that, everything is pretty standard for this. You want the attack, obviously bringing the Habana, Thermite, and Maverick ban, so you do have to still bring some sort of hard breach. So, interesting to see how exactly they go about doing that. Putting the Mitro Cam there is interesting, as that can still be sledged, so I'm quite sure. It does grant slightly better sight, though, so it does make sense. I would expect to see a pretty heavy backside push for the majority of the players, at which point they might start sending players to to study and below, or they might just hard commit to a Vault and Games Room push. We will see very shortly, though, what will happen, as all 5 of them will indeed stack up for this bedroom push. Jaeger being the only one does essentially mean he's in a 1v5 at the moment, as all 5 players have just stacked up onto this master bedroom, just trying to make sure that they can secure control of this side of the map without dropping too many players and having to use too much utility. Drone will spot Jaeger and he will jump down. So that does mean that top floor on north side top floor is now free for the attackers to just come and yoink. However, I lied, as Bandit was sitting on Astro stairs with the M870. Don't see the M870 being brought too often, especially in competitive matches. But it has worked there, as that is the Zofia going down. So Zofia clearly being the entry in this sort of comp, in this sort of team thing. So be interesting to see, as he will go Nitro Cell up and get a second for the round. So it will be a double kill for the Bandit. 1 kill with the M870, 1 kill with the Nitro Cell, as he is spotted out by the drone, so we'll have to run off. Meanwhile, Jaeger currently has flanked up Astro. did shoot a drone, so his position might have been given away, but looking at what that Sledge did, probably not. However, unable to secure the kill, Sledge does find a couple more bullets onto him than anyone else. Than the Jaeger does onto Sledge. So that will be the first pick of the round for Weekend Warriors. Now, as they are still a man down, with 40 seconds left in the round and pretty much no control of the areas on or directly around site. However, the Sledge will pick up a second kill for the round, so that does mean van advantage is equal, and he will take out the Maestro camera. Meanwhile, the flank is coming out from Bandit. He will get the kill with the pistol. So that is a third kill in the round for this Bandit. Will take a lot of damage for it, but that is man advantage now going in favor of Glide once again, as this Bandit has just been putting in work. However, 10 minutes left now, and very little site control, as Gears will get a kill of his own. Plant starting to go down now. Don't expect this Bandit to be here, I don't think, as Wamai will push up. Won't be able to do anything. However, Glide will win the round off of some heroics there from Bandit. The Bandit, using the M870, will get an ace. So, very impressive there. Very, very impressive. He is able to just walk in and shotgun both the IQ and the Habana. IQ looking the other way, trying to deal with Wamai, and the Habana planting. So, we will be jumping straight into round 2 there. That will be the first round going to Glide. What an amazing play there from Easy Doctor. Just absolutely destroying Weekend Warriors with that M870. 3 kills with the M870, 1 with the pistol and 1 with a nitro cell, does mean he is bringing variety to how he's getting the kills. But honestly, I think most of us just care about the fact that he is getting the kills. So, pretty good round there, as we will now be going to statuary and trophy, as most teams do go to as a second site. Most teams go aviator, statue, and then kitchen. Some do switch ups when they're more confident on other sites, or are just confident that their team won't expect it. However, here we will just be going with a pretty standard setup. It'll be interesting to see here whether Bandit can do another similar play. As if he can, that would be huge. Interesting thing here will be whether Weekend Warriors are capable of shutting down this Bandit. As if the Bandit goes down, I think they have quite a significantly better chance of being able to win this game, as Sledge is just pushing straight up. Pantry. There's both a mute jammer and a pest on that doorway, so not really any way that the drone could have got through, but luckily Sledge opens up the wall, so it can just jump through. Mozzie drone has been shot there, as the offense knows there's a defender in kitchen, and the defenders know there are some attackers in pantry. Or sorry, dining room, not kitchen. As this Bandit is currently going for a flank. He could have an easy double kill here, as IQ's on the drone and Sledge has gone off somewhere else. He will find the IQ, and then will find the Sledge as well. So that's a double kill for the Bandit there, as he will take a lot of damage while trying to run out, and will just fully run away, as there's not really too much point in trying to stick around for that. I do believe it was the Zofia that did that damage as he was trying to run away, so Zofia nearly getting killed, but couldn't save either of their teammates. Not quite sure what the Sledge was looking at there after IQ dies on stairs. I'm not sure why exactly he looks into dining room where the Zofia was, but maybe a bit of miscommunication, I don't know. As we will be seeing both the Kaid and the Jaeger on site now, while the Bandit is still roaming over in Aviator. Zofia just pushing straight up into bathroom. Will be taking astronomy for free at the moment, as there is no defender presence. One thing he does have to watch out for is if this Bandit tries to flank up Astro, which it does look like he's going downstairs, so that is a possibility. As they are currently pinging a player, Oh. Oh, a lot of damage there going out onto Sophia as she's stuck out in no man's land in astronomy. We'll push into statuary though, and we'll find the head of the Jaeger. Bandit trying to flank up Astro Stairs will be shut down by the Hibana. So it is now a 1v3 situation for this Kaid. He's stuck in trophy box at the moment, as if he can find a kill here, this could still be winnable, or looking everywhere but where their players are. Nitrocell will go out and find the kill. Narrowly missing the player sitting there, as he will see the prone, but cannot hit these shots, as that will be Weekend Warriors taking out the second round of this map. Good round there from Weekend Warriors. Big key play there this time is the fact that they were able to shut down that bandit when he tried to flank. He was able to collect 2 kills at the start of the round on a flank, but after that was still able. But after that, they were able to shut him down, and because of that, they pretty much won the round. As if that bandit was not shut down there, he was looking at quite easily a free kill, a 2k, or at least a 1 kill, maybe 2, possibly 3, to get another ace. Meanwhile, however, he was shut down, plant went down, and then the Kaid did get one with the Nitro Cell, but couldn't quite hit his shot on the Sophia. So, good run there from Weekend Warriors. We will be seeing Glide, however, go back to Statuary and Trophy, trying to make it clearly confident in this site. Either that, or they're just not so confident in their kitchen defense. As you know, most teams after what just happened there probably wouldn't want to go back, but Glide are, so it is a choice that it is an interesting choice, one that you don't usually see made, especially after that, but they haven't stuck the same site. We'll be seeing a pretty standard bedroom attack here. I'm assuming that you'll have probably 2 players going to the bedroom, and then 3 players pushing below. As it may actually be 3 players pushing up top with 2 going below. However, your sledge down early. That does mean that the Sophia's going to have to try and push below by herself. Getting killed by a headshot from that SMG-11 at a decent range. Mozzie on his drone might have seen the Sophia, but will have definitely heard shoot it. Will narrowly miss the shots, and in turn Sophia will just push up and frag him out. And then swiftly after that, Gears is able to push up and kill the mute. So downstairs, second floor control has now been surrendered to Weekend Warriors. However, Easy Doctor on this flank again is in a position to find a kill or 2. However, it does look like this attack has fully just dipped from downstairs. Yeah, they've just left downstairs. Bomb located by attackers. As after getting the 2 kills, they must just assume that no one will be going down there. However, Sophia pushed in through laundry and will be able to find the kill on the bandit. So it is now a 2v4 for Weekend Warriors, as Glide looking like they're struggling here. As after that first round where Easy Doctor was able to get the ace, Weekend Warriors has just been watching their flank pretty much constantly, just making sure that there's no real way for anyone, for him to be able to get around and to be able to get around for a flank. As once again KKXN is in a 1vx situation. This time he won't be able to get a kill, however, as he does just push right into the site of Sophia, who will easily secure the kill. So, good round there from Weekend Warriors. Second good round in a row. It was realistic. It was really the same thing as last time. Is once you shut down that flank potential of Bandit, They really didn't have anything to worry about on site, and we're able to just walk straight up. And we're able to just walk straight up, and just kind of kill everyone on site.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs.
We will now be seeing them return. We will now see Glide, however, return to Aviator and Games. So they won this site before. It was mostly off some mostly off just a carry performance from Easy Doctor on that flank, getting an ace. But be interesting to see what. Be interesting to see whether Easy Doctor can do the same thing again, whether his team will be able to start getting some frags where they need to, or whether Weekend Warriors will just get their third round.
5 seconds remaining. Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Deploying magnet. You can worry less about the laser wires deployed.
Oh. Ran out prepped here for the bandit. He has brought the MP7 this time, and instead of opting but the player who was near that door has just opted to go somewhere else, realizing it's not worth it. Pojo clearing down below with the assistance of Gears. They are trying to find the utility just so they can make it a little bit easier for their boys up top. Should be able to push in. As Gears, after mag dumping upwards at something, is finally able to find it. As a lot of the north side map control has now been surrendered to Weekend Warriors. They did find a pick there as the Jaeger went down. Didn't quite see when that was, but I assume it was probably pretty early. As Easy Doctor going for another flank. It is something to be expected at this point. This man has been flanking literally every round so far. One thing to take note of is that Jaeger, that kind of debating roaming Jaeger, has been taken out 4 rounds straight without being able to get a kill. As Easy Doctor will start pushing up, waiting for his opportunity to shoot this, I would assume. Maybe waiting for them to start mag dumping something. Don't quite know, as the mag dumps will come out, and that will give him the opportunity to shoot it. However, he does shoot through a wall after that, and it does fail, as Nitro Cell going up over. Perfect placement, perfect throw, and that will be the Thatcher going down, as Habana was injured there at some point. Picks herself back up, but that is very dangerous, as it does mean she will die if she gets hit once by a Maestro Evilizer. She's got to be really careful here. It also means 2 pings of a bandit will also take her out. As Easy Doctor is able to get one of his own. Will be taken out quickly though, as it is left up just to Fox support now. In a 1v3, we'll get one as Barnsey TKs his sledge. So that is now a 1v1. Barnsey going for the plant. Maestro could have gone on his Evil Eye there to try and shoot. Doesn't realize it's on the right, however, but we'll be able to find the kill. So that will be Fox support getting a 2k to clutch it out. Barnsey team killing there was very costly. Did not bode well for his team. It is unlucky. It does happen sometimes, as Big Panic is 1v3 and it's a Maestro. You don't know what's happening. You don't know where he is. Someone gets taken out. Everyone panics. But you still shouldn't be team killing. That does make it very difficult for you to be able to win a round, as it went from a 3v1 to a 1v1 by Fox support only getting 1 kill. And obviously, if the team kill didn't happen, 2v1, which is very winnable, as you can just set up a crossfire on him, one on one side of this, one on one door, one on the other, and then he either has to pick one and get refragged by the other, or pick that, or pick one way and get refragged the other way, or pick the other way and get refragged that first way. So interesting to see what you know. You wouldn't really be able to win that. But Glide will opt to go back to statuary and defense, despite losing it pretty badly 2 previous rounds. So must really not be confident in their kitchen hold if they've, after losing it quite badly twice, have opted to go back instead of going to kitchen. Most teams will do it where if you lose a site twice, that's when you move it and go another place. So interesting. Meanwhile, this attack will more than likely be stacking up for the master bedroom take, with a couple players clearing out below. One thing they have to be looking out for is this roam game. Obviously, Easy Doctor just chilling down below doing his own thing. Wizard over in Aviator won't really be able to achieve anything, as not really any of the Weekend Warrior players pushed that side last time. The only one that did really was Zephyr towards the end when they were trying to pinch onto Trophy. So the main risk you have is this Bandit, as Jaeger is down there joining him. Jaeger might be playing for the refrag, or to try and bait for Bandit. I'm not too sure.
A bomb has been located.
However, we have actually just trying to clear out some of those gadgets below, as the Electroclaw will be going on the wall. The Kaid trying to Electroclaw trick, and no one really knowing, and then the IQ not really being able to do anything to get it. She did miss it, and then Kaid has picked it up and started playing defensively. Did put it back down though, but IQ at this point has just run off. So more than likely that this main will probably won't get opened, or if it does, it will come very late in the round, as Bandit is going for a flank again. This is just becoming a habit at this point. If he gets multiple kills here, as he whiffs his shots on Habana, as Habana will be able to secure the kill. That is a 2v4. It's a 2v4 situation now for this defense, as Jaeger's stuck in trophy box. Mozzie's going for a flank. He is able to pick up one with the C4. That is Lomi going down, so you're down your sled, but 2v3 now post plants. Very good position for this attack. However, they do need to just play safe and hold angles, as the Aussie Pigs is taken out immediately. Trills, however, is able to pick up the Thatcher, so 30 seconds left on that defuse. Realistically, he's got about 20 now, as he will push up, get the Habana, so it is now a 1v1, both on very similar HP. As time is starting to go down, he will try and fake this plant more than likely, try and bait Zephyr in. Zephyr will impact. That does mean that this man will more than likely have to stick it now. He will indeed stick it, and will be pushed and killed for it. So good play there from the attack, getting very close to losing that, but were able. Got very close to choking there, as the Jaeger did look like he stood a chance of clutching that, but playing a bit too passive with that final kill will waste away the 13 seconds and will lose the round. So we will finally see dining room and kitchen being brought by this Glide roster, as they will safe pick the Frost. out more than likely to some sort of C4. It will be a pulse. So, pulse makes sense.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So the pulse makes a lot of sense. He can direct where to nitro cell for the other defenders, and he also obviously with a nitro cell himself can use his as well. He also, if players are standing still on their drone or anything, if he sees them, can shoot at them through the floor and probably get an easy kill or two. As we will see a pretty standard setup here, nothing too strange for a kitchen and dining room defense. What I'm seeing from them, they seem decently confident in it, so I'm not sure why exactly they took the statue trophy 3 times, especially after losing it so badly twice. As Doctor is sitting with the M870 in old office. I'm quite sure why that is. But pantry window will be opened up. No one actually playing it, however. Just opening up just so it's there later in the round if they need it. So, we will be seeing a pretty standard, just hard top floor attack, making sure they've got full control of the area above site so they can play vertical before opting to push down. However, Kin will find gears and then Fox support. He quickly dispatches of Pojo. So that is your entry and top frag, and also your IQ down. So that will make it a lot harder to try and win this round here. And now Bandit coming up top as well. It does mean that you're kind of... it does mean you're matched on players top floor. As there are 3 players top floor, so if literally all of the Weekend Warrior players are trying to push top floor, they are matched by defenders. Nitro will come out connect with nothing as there's no one in master bedroom at the moment. But it will probably scare them a bit. Oh, Easy Doctor will be able to find the kill onto Habana though. That will be the... but will be immediately refragged by Thatcher, who is immediately refragged by Jaeger, who is then immediately refragged by Sledge. That's a lot of immediate refrags there. Oh my god. But it is now a 1v3 situation for this Sledge, so he will have to pull off some heroics here if he wants to win this, having to find 3 kills. Now with 1 Nitro Cell and a Pulse left on board, playing above is still very risky, as Pulse can always just ping where he is, and then the Nitro Cell could sail out. However, all the defenders falling back to first floor will mean that Sledge will do the same and just try to push in through Laundry. Droning in, don't know if he did, but I definitely saw that Mozzie Pest on the side as the Nitro Cell pin ripped, getting ready to throw it into Laundry, but he will stop pushing Laundry and will instead go for the Memorial push. Doesn't know that there's a Mozzie hard left and will get shut down. So good round there from Glide. Clearly just Weekend Warriors are not good at attacking this site. They're probably regretting not picking this site earlier, as that might have been an extra round win there. They could have taken this half full too, instead of 3-3 if they would have just taken it 1 round. If they would have just taken it instead of going statue twice, or but they didn't. So that does mean that we are seeing a 3-3 split at the half. That obviously, being Villa, does mean that Weekend Warriors have come on top here. It's a very defender-favoured. It's a very defender-sided map, so 4-2 is what you would call equal of a half split. If the defenders won, 3-3 attacker-favoured, 5-1 defender-favoured. So, be interesting to see quite how Weekend Warriors will go about trying to attack this site, as they will bring a very standard lineup. The only thing to take note of here is there's no electricity operator, so no Kaid or Bandit, so that does mean that main walls will be pretty easy for glide to open up. However, they didn't bring any hard breach. They didn't bring any hard breach.
10 seconds remaining.
So we didn't bring any
seconds
hard
to go.
breach, so they won't be able to get it open at all. Sorry. We
Attackers
will have
objective is to
very
locate
standard
a bomb
setup
and
here.
defuse it.
Maestros are pretty standard. We'll have someone playing in 90. More than likely see the Jaeger roaming over. And the Mozzie doing it as well. As it'll be interesting to see quite what this defense tries to do. Whether they try to go for a steady push, back push, or a main, or like a games room push, like hallway. Go from underneath, have pressure on 90 and main stairs, and try to push games room. As this IQ is destroying so many gadgets from below. So that is just going to be a lot of utility going down for this defense very early, as that 45 seconds burnt, and that's already a lot of ADSs and a lot of mutant jumpers going down. It does mean that you will be down quite a lot of resources. I do believe that's all free. I do believe that's all free of the ADSs and all 4 mutant jammers. Correct me if I'm mistaken, as Easy Doctor will find the first frag of the game. Second, sorry. I didn't realize Barnsley went down earlier. Didn't see when that happened, but that will be Gears going down, as he will find the bottom of the smoke and will be able to collect a couple kills. This Nomad getting lit up by getting lit up by that evil eye, is then smoked out and then nitroed. Absolutely all the utility being dumped by the defense there, as the Maestro is taken out though. So it's 2v4 at the moment for Weekend Warriors, as KKXN is able to find 1 kill. The Mute is able to pick up 1, but then KKXN able to find him immediately after. So really good round there from Glide, just taking the fight straight to Weekend Warriors. They're not expecting it and will be very swiftly dispatched of, as there was still more than a minute left in the round. So very off of what we see at the moment, mostly being a 20-second matter. Weekend Glide just absolutely dominating that attacking round, as we will see Weekend Warriors bring Aviator and games again. As if this continues, it could either be a draw or a Glide winners. If Glide are able to keep on that dominant performance for another round, then they're in a very good place to at least make it a draw, possibly make it a win.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
As we will see, the lineup switch slightly, bringing a Valk this time instead of the Mute. That is the only difference, however. I think one big thing here will be to make sure the Jaeger doesn't go down early, and also to try and
Bomb located by
pressure a
attackers.
little bit more on that study side, as they were able to just start rushing up and
You can stop worrying about grenades now. Reinforcing the wall. Evil eye deployed.
10 seconds
as
remaining.
we will see pretty standard setup here. Valkyrie cams
5
are
seconds
pretty
to go.
normal, obviously, just trying to get the intel on the important places
Attackers' objective is to defuse a bomb.
is pretty decent. We will be seeing once again, no hard breach by this attack, as they do look to be going for the same strategy as they did last time, just pushing in. Ash just rushing, trying to find some frags at the moment. If anyone is trying to play downstairs, no one is. However, Bunzi playing 90. Billiards playing on top of the billiards table. Maestro Valk just playing in study. Smoke on cameras and gears top of main. So crossfire on the top of main at the moment. As all the Nomad sprints up main stairs. That's a mistake, because right as he sprints up, Gears peaks. So that would be man advantage going in favor of Weekend Warriors to start this round off. However, Gears took about 40 damage from that, I'd say. 35 maybe. Around that type of area. So he will will be pretty good position here for Weekend Warriors. However, Glide will still be able to, still in a decent position. If they can find the kill onto Gears here, and then start pressuring very quickly, this will be a very winnable round. As he is just shooting cameras and pulling back, shooting cameras and pulling back. As that Mozzie will go down. So that is man count equal now, same as everyone is on 100 HP. The one big thing here will be whether Glide can actually start pushing up aggressively again. As if they let this round count go down to 22 or so seconds, then Weekend Warriors in a very good position to win this. However, they are able to push up and take out the Valkyrie, so they are looking in a very good position now, as they do have man advantage again. Starting to push in, the Maestro Kangaroo will start doing damage, as the Ashe has been injured on the flank. IQ just needs someone to help push up, as she will peek, as the Jaeger will wide swing, and will get obliterated. So that is now a one-man advantage as the Ashe is injured, but she will go and get rest. That will be two-man advantage now, as the timer does come down to 20 seconds. So this despite having the two-man advantage, it's still looking like Weekend Warriors are gonna win this, as Maestro is in a power position. Sway taken out, however, does mean that it will be very hard, as this Maestro will have to try and watch both Games Door and all of Aviator. From behind bar, we'll look to Aviator, and IQ will peek in and find the kill. So, good round there from Glide, despite losing a man first. We're able to claw back one kill, which allowed them to play more aggressively again. And in turn were able to play more aggressively again, and because of that, we're able to find even more kills, and then spiral the round. So, good job there. I'm very surprised of why Weekend Warriors were still playing in positions where they could be picked easily, as realistically all they had to do though with man advantage was just wait. Because they have man advantage, which means Glide, realistically, when you start pushing into sight, most of the time, if it's rough, most of the time you're going to start trading players. So, having the man advantage does mean that obviously you win that. But they started playing aggressively, so it meant that Glide were able to take the man advantage, which meant they could play more aggressively, pushing and find the extra kills. As we will finally see a site switch up now, after 2 failed rounds of the Aviator games. Defense, Weekend Warriors will be going to Statuary and Trophy.
10 seconds to insertion.
Be interesting to see whether or not they can put in a bit of a better performance on this site than Aviator and Games. They did kind of just get slapped about for those 2 rounds on Aviator and Games, despite the fact that they won. Despite the fact that they got the first pick on the second one. Sorry for yawning. I'm just a little bit tired.
Bomb located by attackers.
Stream excluding this 18 hours in the last 2 days. So I'm a bit dead, but it's fine. As we do see pretty standard setup here from the defense, having a couple players playing below just to make sure that that isn't free, and then also having that setup up top be pretty standard as well. It will be Gears and Lomi playing downstairs, as Kaid will get fragged out by the Zofia, so that does mean that you've lost your ability for the most part to keep that wall closed. But no hull breach being brought for a 3rd round in a row by Glide does mean that it doesn't matter. As that could have been bad for both players there. Lomi pushes up, narrowly missing the head of the Ashe, but Ashe throws the nitro cell. Trails could have peeked out and probably got the easy kill there, but instead we'll hear the nitro say get teared and run away. So nothing really happened. Man advantage in favor of Glide still, as nothing has happened since that first kill early in the round. Downstairs control, however, has been surrendered, as Glide will start to just pressure site from all sorts of angles now, as they try and find the round win. As if they find this round win, the worst they can do is draw for this map. The best will be just clapping, will be to just destroy Weekend Warriors. However, Lomi able to find a kill. That is your Ash going down. However, Gears is injured. Could quite possibly be killed as he is taken out. Easy Doctor being injured as well, however. Does mean that it's in an awkward position. Smoke will be able to finish off the Nomad, as he will push up, get the kill, but a lot of action there. Kills went back and forth, but in the end, Glide came out on top. So good round there from Glide, able to clean up this statuary and trophy defense just as easily as they cleaned up their aviator and games tech. So this will be match point now for Glide. Glide, after a pretty shaky first half there, are able to just come out so insanely strong on their offense here. Compared to the defense, it's just showing absolutely no mercy in just exploiting all the weaknesses in this Weekend Warriors defense. I think the big thing is the Weekend Warriors defense has been set up in such a way where they're expecting a pretty passive, like a pretty passive attack where they just focus on getting main walls and angles, whereas Glider coming into this and just pressuring off, not bringing hard support, so there's a lot more fragging potential, just pressuring all the angles pretty much, and just being able to find the picks on those players early, and then use that man advantage to spiral. And then also when it comes down to the sloppiness of site takes, when the defense still has utility, they've just been able to come out on top. We do see a standard defensive setup here. Nothing out of the ordinary. The only real thing to take note of is the fact that both Gears and Lomi are playing over on the south side. Not quite sure why you would put your mute over there. Usually someone you play on site a little bit more. You can put utility off site, but usually plays on site. But currently he's not, as the downstairs push will start to come out. From this attack, they will drain out and will more than likely realize that it's all clear very soon. So we'll just rush in and take it, as it does appear KKXN has. Narrowly missing that player there. If he would have just shot, he would have been able to pick up a kill early there. However, Easy Doctor hasn't picked up, so that's your top frag down now. That is the top frag down now for this offensive for this offense. However, that doesn't matter. KKXN clicking the head of the smoke. What was that? Absolutely demolished that smoke player. Where was Smoke actually? I want to take a look at this. Where was he? Where is he? Where is he? Am I blind? Where is he? I don't know. I must be blind. I must be blind. Ignore it. It's fine. Nothing happened there. But what was that? Absolutely demolished. Has Gears will be put down to very low HP. Unadvisably peeking there. Did not end up too well for him. As he is swiftly taken out. As was he? He was playing behind the shield. Ah. Well, now I know where he was. I found him. He's playing behind that shield. Just got demolished. As Pojo able to pick up a kill of his own, will be the Ash going down. Wizard able to pick up one of his own. Pojo getting another one, however. Does mean it's a 2v3 situation for Weekend Warriors. Kin finding one as Pojo gets a triple kill.
10 seconds remaining.
Does mean KKX in a 1v2.
Attackers recovered the diffuser. 5
The
seconds to go.
Pojo just running off site will more than likely just run upstairs and find this kill. Nice and easily. As
Attackers need to
Will
protect the diffuser. Position
Client
compromised.
going down.
Bomb diffuser disabled by defenders. Defenders win.
We will now be seeing Aviator and Games brought. Yeah, that round was hectic towards the end. The one thing to take out of it is that Pojo is just a god with that TCSG. Taking out 3 players with it and then pushing in and finding the final kill on the planter with his pistol. That does mean that that does, however, mean that Glide aren't able to take away the 7-3 map win, but it does.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
But they will have to now win Aviator and Games defense, which they lost several times. It'll be interesting to see if they can do anything.
Explosive ordnance out and primed. ATS deployed and ready to go. Deploying jammer.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds left. before
Yep,
insertion.
obviously seeing the Aviator Games defense seems pretty standard to what they were doing
Attackers must locate and
beforehand.
defuse
The only
bomb.
real difference is the option of the Goyo over a Maestro. So you
Stop worrying about grenades. Activating jammer.
RED active. Sweeping
A bomb has been
as
located.
we do see the Goyo. It would be interesting to see what exactly you can do with this Goyo, as there's a lot of pressure going quickly onto that 90 angle, as Jaeger's taken out quickly. Gears, however, is able to push in and clean up Easy Doctor. So that is trades coming out now, as just playing down in living room library type area is Gears. He may go for the run out here, but will immediately be shut down by Buck. So that does mean that advantage goes once again in favor of Glide. So Glide more than likely doing what they've been doing before, which would just be hard pressuring after they get a couple kills. However, Pojo is able to pick up one of his own with the TCSG. That will be IQ going down now. So that's both your top frags dead. So in a very, very dangerous situation here. As Lomi out of position is very, very open to getting picked off.
Attackers
He will
have
peek
located
out.
a bomb.
Yeah, not see the headers of Zofia because of the plant. Gonna find a nitro cell. Zofia will hear the nitro cell starting to be thrown and will wide swing and get the pick. That is man advantage in favor of Glide again, as it's not looking good for this defense. As the Gory goes down, and then very quickly after, we will see the smoke get killed. So that will be Glide taking this first map of the double best of one, as you see in ANZ, or as you did see in ANZ Pro League. I don't know if it's different or not now, as there's been no announcements for APAC and probably won't be for close to another month. We will now go to a quick break as we set up for the second map, so see you guys in a little bit.